7:02. Do we really have to get up? Yep, you heard your father. I know, Daddy's rules. That's it. I'm not going to take it anymore. Mom, I have a news flash for you. It's Saturday. Yeah, I know, honey. This sucks. Why do we have to get up so early on Saturday? Ask your father. Don't say sucks. The bathroom's mine. Nanny, shut up. Let me in. Open up, you little wimp. Let me in. Mom, let me in. You have no bladder control. Wait till I get my hands on you. Let me in. A puppy. Hi. Guys, do you have to? I dreamt I had a puppy and it came true. Honey, I take back everything I ever said about you being cold and insensitive. Dad, I take back anything I ever said about you too. Dad, I have everything I ever wanted. I owe you big time. Why? Daddy, can we call him Fred?
Dun, dun, dun. I saw him first. We can't have a dog. We can't have a dog. Honey, you don't just show a kid a dog and then take it away. Look, it's obviously a lost dog. Look, you keep the kids busy. I'll take it to the pound. Oh, no, you can't take it to the pound. It'll be destroyed. If we keep the dog, the house will be destroyed.
I am at a loss. I have no idea.
Are you kidding? Man, that's Charles Grodin. Rest in peace. And the amazing, underrated Bonnie Hunt. I mean, she's one of the best. Man.
So what movie is it?
1993's Beethoven.
Beethoven. Oh, gosh. That little girl sounded so whiny. Dang, she needs a spanking.
Well, there were 3 kids. My voice is a little squeaky right now. I can't do all of them. But there were 2 girls and a boy. But, I mean, really the boy is kind of like a girl anyway. But you have the older sister who is in The Nanny. And then you have the nerdy brother that was in Step by Step, and then some rando little girl. Can we call him Fred?
Oh, my.
Dad, can he sleep in my room? No, he's sleeping in my room. No, he's not sleeping in anybody's room. Look. We're not we're more goldfish people. We're ant farm people. We're not dog
Ant
people.
farm people. Oh, gosh. Don't invite them to your parties. Anyways, with that, welcome back to yet another episode of Bump That. Bump That, episode 88. If you don't know who we are, we've got Brian in this corner.
Bow wow wow.
We've got KT in this corner.
Dog killer.
Yeah, that's good.
Wasn't the little girl's name like Janie or something like that?
No, it was
No.
Molly.
Molly. Okay, whatever.
Oh my gosh. I was thinking about Beethoven the other day because this scene that you just did that line from where the girl fell into the pool.
The pool!
And then Beethoven is like 6 blocks away, and he knows what's happening because he's got dog senses. And he just runs. He runs over like, backyards and playgrounds and ladies in bikinis.
Yeah, I was about to say, you gotta have the trope of the dog leaping over the woman who is sunbathing in her backyard in the bikini, and she goes, "Oh!"
No, she has no idea.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
But
It makes it better if she does.
what makes me angry about that scene is that Molly doesn't say anything about Beethoven rescuing her. She's
They
like,
wouldn't have
"Thanks-
believed her.
Thanks, Beethoven. You saved my
Aw.
life." I mean, yes, they would have because Beethoven is there. And
No,
he went.
no.
Beethoven
You know what?
is a
No.
superhero.
Wait.
No.
He leaves. But all she had to say was the truth. I reached for my ball. I fell in the water. He came in somehow and he saved me.
No, they wouldn't have believed her because the minute she was like, "That's not true. I saw you hit Beethoven." Emily,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah.
They didn't believe her. They didn't believe her at all.
Yeah.
Liar! Emily.
And I am your host, Ileana. Welcome to another episode.
But there were no bite marks on his arm.
You can't drive a car. You don't even have a license.
We're going in.
Anyways, become a sibling today. That's all I'm gonna say. Just hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for these milestones. We just hit another milestone. Thank you guys so much. Subscribe so you become a sibling, okay? We need to hurry fast. Katie, you are doing the giveaway and answering some comments. So go ahead and jump into it.
Yes. Hello, listeners. Hello, siblings. This is for you. So you know that we've been doing our thank you for helping us grow Goo giveaway. And so part of that was you could leave a comment on any of our videos between September and October. And I just wanted to read off just a few of them, just a few of my favorite. Chris Bartley 009 has become a favorite of mine, one of my favorites. Not that I have favorites. I don't have favorite siblings. But I appreciate him because he loves Bayonetta just as much as I do. He says Bayonetta's still hot as heck. Helena would be hot too if she wasn't a dirty liar. The story changes daily though, so yeah, Bayo 3 is gonna be good. I like that. And everybody else is looking at
What
me
a
like,
dingbat.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, moving right along. Genji Brotman says they like Rogue One and Return of the Jedi. Let's see. Oh, they also like Clone Wars. Let's see. And that's from our video, Super Mario Movie, Jack Black is Back. Check out some of our previous videos if you want to be caught up with some good news or if you just want to hear what we're talking about. Zapadat says, even though I was super dissed, I harbor no ill feelings. I like the music at the end, by the way. My favorite Star Wars thing would have to be Rogue One. Best acting, there's urgency, ties everything together, just great. And last comment that I'll say here is Snorlax Snacks 64 says Phantom Menace, sue me. All right, so that's gonna do it with some comments. Thank you guys so much for commenting and liking, giving us thumbs up or thumbs down on these videos. You know that we very much take all that we can get. But for now, let's go ahead and go to our drawings. I've gone ahead and
Woo-woo!
yeah, I've already put in all the names. I'm gonna click to spin, and we're gonna see what we land on live on video.
Oh my gosh, who's it gonna be?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It is Will. Will wins. Yeah. Woohoo! We have a winner. It is Will.
Go
Is it
Will.
A?
Excuse me, what?
I don't know. It's Will. Yay! It's
Go
Will.
Will.
A big knob of lumps. It has the juice.
It has the juice.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Can't imagine a more wonderful thing.
More beautiful thing.
More beautiful thing. Will.
Go Will.
So I'll be sending you a message, so look for that. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for commenting. Be on the lookout for more giveaways, especially since.
Yes, I was gonna say, please do not get disheartened by not winning. We're all good sports here. Okay, there will be more giveaways in the future. I think that was like our 4th giveaway that we just finished. So, I mean, there will definitely be more in the future. So, like,
Tell your friends to subscribe and maybe you'll have a better shot.
Yeah, that and we've got more chances. We've got the holidays coming up. We also have our anniversary coming up. I think
Yeah.
it's 2 or 3 years. Our 100th episode is coming up very soon. So maybe not. We'll do a giveaway. That could be-
The Ileana Wedding Spectacular episode's coming up too.
Woo! Yeah.
Ileana gets married on the air.
Oh my gosh.
Ryan facilitates.
Oh,
That'll
Lord.
get the clicks.
Oh my gosh. Ileana walks away? That's a clickbait title. She said what? What did she wear? No.
Nothing?
No. Oh my goodness. All right. So
Interesting.
awesome. Will, congratulations. We will get in touch with you. Thank you guys all for joining that giveaway. Thank you, Katie, for hosting the giveaway. There will be more in the future, but what has just passed and is not in the future is Halloween. We just celebrated Halloween. We're in now November. Brian's actually having a birthday coming up, so happy birthday, Brian.
What? Oh my
Happy
God.
birthday, Brian. Happy birthday, Brian. It is your birthday. Birthday, Brian. Birthday. All right, but like I just said, Halloween just passed. So we're going to be doing the top 25 horror films. Who is it according to?
According to IGN, our friends at IGN.
Okay, so IGN, and we're gonna be talking about if we have seen these films or not, and that is for the chunk. So you better
And
stay.
if you haven't seen any of these films, Katie, you need to start watching some Halloween films or horror films.
Right.
Put them in
I'm
your
curious to
lineup.
see if Ileana has seen any.
I have seen some. You would be surprised. So stay tuned for that in the chunk. But first, we have some news. All right, let's get into the news. So, Avatar 2 just dropped a trailer today. How was it? What do we think?
The Way of Water. Is that what it's called?
I think
Avatar
so. Yeah,
2?
something
Way
about
of
water.
Yeah.
It
It's
looked
water.
good.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing it in the theaters.
I'm not quite. The thing I liked about the trailer is they really didn't spoil anything about the story. However, it didn't give any inkling of what the story is. So
Well, there's baby Navi people, excuse
Yeah.
me. Pregnant Navi people. There are robots, and where there's robots, there
Yes.
has to be man. So, but there's a
Jake
lot of water.
Sully.
There's a lot of ocean, a lot of sea creatures galore, and
And actually, what's interesting about that is, if you go to Disney World and you go to the Animal Kingdom, the Rite of Passage ride looks very similar to what this new movie is. And that ride is from 2018 or something like that. So this movie's got to have been in the process for a long time.
oh yeah, they've been working on these films, the next few 4 or 5 of them
Mhm.
since back in the first one came out in 2009. 2009 is when the last one came out.
So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. The CGI looks awesome. It's going to be a lot of CGI.
if that CGI, if all that water is CGI, that's probably the best fake water I've ever seen.
Right. So, I'm looking forward to it. Did it have a release date? I actually didn't catch it in
I
the
think
trailer.
it's Christmas,
Of this year?
holidays 2022. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll bump that B there. Who's going to go see it in theaters?
Me, I'll go, me.
Okay. Okay.
Are you sure?
If I do my homework.
That girl likes to do her double features by herself, so she'll more than likely.
Lately, Bump That has been saying we were going to be there. But then
Do you
we
know
haven't
what
been
though?
there.
What I was just seeing about this film, it's over 3 hours long.
Oh,
no double
yeah.
feature
That's-
movie in that case.
Yeah, not going to be a double feature, man. That's going to be painful to sit through. So,
Well,
yeah, give me that
maybe-
extra large root beer, baby.
Maybe if they do like how some theaters do, where they show the first one first and then they immediately go into it.
Yeah.
Maybe make it like an all day thing.
that could be interesting. Yeah.
Maybe.
But I don't know. I think I might just I don't know. It might be good to go see it on the big screen because it is a huge film.
No,
Okay,
it's a
you wanna
James
see it in
Cameron
IMAX.
film.
You want
Yeah.
see it in IMAX.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. So
I don't know. I think they're not going to do this. I don't know if it's in 3D. I would probably skip the 3D though.
Right. No, 3D is always kind of like
Who still does 3D?
Well, when it came out, that was when everything was coming out in 3D.
Right.
Everything.
Yeah, but not anymore.
I remember like Clash of the Titans.
now you got
3D.
4K
Yeah.
to do that kind of stuff. So I mean, you don't really need it in 3D where it's like, whoa, hands coming at you, careful.
But Avatar, when it came out, the first one, it was probably the best of the 3D movies.
What,
if
you didn't
any.
like Spy Kids 3D?
Oh
Man, that's a good one. Spy Kids 3D. I saw that in
Like,
theater.
Nothing like Elijah Wood in 3D.
Yeah, for
like,
3 minutes in the film.
yeah. And then he dies. Spoilers.
The guy.
Frodo?
God.
He's the guy.
Frodo dies?
You know what's
Elijah
dead?
Wood does.
You know what's dead? Speaking of, Xbox is dead. Xbox is dead to me, man.
What's an Xbox?
Exactly. Who the heck owns a freaking Xbox? If you have an Xbox, write it down in the comment, okay? I just want to know who is out there actually owning an Xbox, because
because it's good that you bring it up, because we talk. I mean, you guys talk a lot about your Nintendo Switches,
Yeah.
And I'm on the PlayStation side. We never hear from the Xbox buddies, and I was just wondering because what is it, the
first party titles?
Yeah, what first party exclusives does Xbox have coming out?
I
in
couldn't
the
name a
recent
single
future?
one.
That they haven't already. How many Gears of War games are they going to be pulling out?
They have I always call it Gran Turismo. It's not freaking Gran Turismo. For heaven's sake.
Forza,
yeah. They have that. Which
is that coming out new?
It's
Is there a
been-
new one?
No, it's been out. They had a
Well.
recent one maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh,
And it
well,
looks sharp.
I'm talking
It
about
looks sharp.
what's coming out now, though.
Oh, I know. Well, I'm getting there.
Oh.
Ew.
You okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jeez. Anyway, so they had that, which it was okay from the reviews that I saw. But yeah, not really a whole lot of first party exclusives.
Well, they had that
what they're known
Hogwarts
for.
game.
That is not a first party. That's coming to the Switch.
Just
Coming to
kidding.
everything. That's coming to literally everything. I have
Just
the
kidding.
pre-order.
Yeah, all the PC people are like, "Yay, PC!"
Well, I mean, yeah. I'm looking at their catalog, and I'm like, I would play that on PC. I would play that on my Switch. I would play that. Never. I wouldn't even play that. So I don't know.
I'm just wondering. I just want to make sure we give some love to our Xbox friends out there. We're with you during this trying time of sadness.
Oh my
So,
gosh. Is Halo
I'm just-
exclusive?
Yes.
Okay, well, they got Halo.
a new Halo coming out?
No, they have Halo
Yeah.
Infinite, but
Who cares though? Like, okay,
well, people like Halo.
Brian was talking a bit about Call of Duty, which we'll talk about in a second. But to me, it's like, who cares? It's just like a reskin of the same game.
Yeah.
But apparently it sells very well.
I mean, I don't know. I don't play it. I'm not the demographic for it. I don't know. But I don't really know anybody that has an Xbox either, like among my friends, that they're like, oh yeah, you play an Xbox these days? No. Maybe like back in 2010, but nowadays, not really. So the cool thing back in the day was the Xbox 360. That was the coolest thing. Since then, nothing.
Damn, that thing was huge, man.
The
That
Xbox
thing
360 was
Oh my gosh. bro.
everywhere. But you hear more people talk about the 360 than the one. You'd be like, oh yeah, what is, like, I couldn't even remember just thinking about it, like, oh yeah, what is the Xbox title for this console or this age, whatever you want to call it. And I'm like, what is it?
Xbox One X squared.
Yeah, carry
all
the
over-
2,
all
subtract a
over
9. Like, I don't know. It.
all over AC.
I'm not crazy about it.
No.
But that's
Brian,
okay.
you
It's
wanted-
not for me. I don't think it's for me.
Brian, you wanted to talk about Call of Duty?
Yeah, so Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 released recently, past 3 days. $800 million in 3 days.
Oh my gosh.
It is one of the few, other than Grand Theft Auto, it's, I know we're going to talk about Bayonetta in a second here. Not even Bayonetta can put up those numbers.
Oh, of course.
Not even Bayonetta.
All right, only Grand Theft
Clearly.
Auto can put up those numbers when it comes to video game pop culture releases. It's, it's everybody and their grandma plays this game, even though, like, it is, the reviews I've seen are that it's solid gameplay, solid multiplayer, good gunplay, all that. The campaign is, it is what it is. If anybody even touches the campaign, so I mean,
But my question
you
is-
know what you're getting with Call of Duty, and that's fine.
What can they do differently? They do the same game every time. It's the same mechanic. You're playing a first-person shooter, and it's what's different every time.
I think there's different scenarios within the multiplayer that new modes
Okay.
that they do. But I mean, yeah, you're still gonna do a team deathmatch and just run around, shoot guys. If you're like me, you're camping because you know.
I do watch Hunter sometimes play the Call of Duty Godzilla versus King Kong deal.
Yeah,
That's fun. I like to watch that. I'm like, oh, he's coming. You better watch out. that excites me. But everything else, I'm like, nah, I'm bored.
but I mean, it's still a huge part of what keeps this industry going.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, guys love their, and girls too. Sorry, everybody, they love their first person shooters. So it's not for me, but good for them.
Every now and then I gotta. You gotta have a little piece of that action, and
yeah. See how well you can do those kills, how good your accuracy is. But Katie, speaking of games, our last game update, your review of Miss Bayonetta herself, the witch of the hour, the witching hour.
And apparently, it's just been released that Bayonetta is French.
She's French? Oh man, go watch that episode, man. If you didn't watch last week's episode,
well, you don't really watch her
watch
episodes. You gotta listen to it.
Yeah, go listen to last week's episode.
This is a podcast.
Yeah.
It's not a visual show.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It is. But that episode was great. Oh my goodness, the grilled cheese, the bayonetters, the Frenchers. Yeah, go watch that one. That's a good one. Anyways, Katie, your review. You have Bayonetta 3 and you have played it. What do you have to say?
Yes. Okay, so Bayonetta 3. All I can say is wowie. They have really stepped up Platinum Games.
No. You said it wrong though. You should have been Zooey Mama.
That is not what I say.
Zooey Mama.
I say wowa weewa, thank you.
Okay.
The opening segment is so crazy with action. It just automatically draws you in. And you're like, what is going on? It is so over the top, like ridiculous. When you get past the little tutorial part, it happens in the first and second game where there's a background dialogue going on. And it also serves as your tutorial. You're just fighting off baddies as some of the audio is going on. And once you get past that and the game starts to go a little bit, it starts to get into a little bit of exposition. They just dial it up to 10 and it just stays there. I've put in maybe between 5 or 10 hours of the game. Maybe. Listen. I've put in 5 to 10 hours, but that doesn't mean anything because this game is going to be big.
But the thing everybody's dying to know is how is the voice acting?
It is amazing.
Okay.
So Jennifer Hale replaced Helena Taylor, and I'm getting those names right.
Oh, we didn't forget.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
it's a big controversy, girl.
It is, girlfriend. And so, I was playing, and Fidel was watching, and he's a fan of Bayonetta as well. And we were both like, "This is great. Like, this is perfect, flawless. It may be even better." If I may be so bold. Like,
ooh, don't say that, girl. She's gonna get in her feelings. She's gonna watch this episode and be like, I was supposed to be getting paid, and now they're saying that the other girl's better? Unacceptable!
I don't even want to... Okay, well, I'm gonna go there. She was saying, the latest thing from Helena Taylor is that she was calling for gamers to not only not buy the game, but to use that money to donate to local charities of their choosing. And it's like, honey, you don't tell me what to do with my money, okay? You don't do that. I
want to buy the Bayonettas. I'm sorry, I will use my other time charity. You know, when I go to the checkout at the grocery store and they ask me if I want to round up $1 to, for the cancer patients or something like that, or the feed the children of America.
Just clicked off.
No, that's where your money's going. You're like, yes, I will. up it $1, or for the firefighters at the firehouse sub or whatever. Okay? That's where I'm donating. I'm trying to buy Bayonetta 3. Thank you very much.
You know, I mean, it's one thing when it's your own. It is the consumer's money. They worked for it, and so they can spend it however they want. I mean, for her to say, "Don't buy this game, instead give to charity." No, you don't get to tell me that. You don't know what I'm doing with my time and resources. That has nothing to do with you.
Well, was she suggesting or was she telling you to?
She was like telling.
Oh boy. All right.
She was like, "You guys should do this." But I don't want to entertain that anymore. I'd rather talk about the game that people have worked on and put in a lot of hours and blood and sweat and tears into, because you can tell. Um it starts off in a bombastic way. And we meet Viola, and at first I said I just don't like Viola. And I think at this moment I'm still clinging to that, where I still don't really like her design. I like her as a character; she's fine, but she's kind of annoying. I did not like Cheshire. If you go back a few episodes, remember that I said I didn't like the Cheshire character, which is like the animal companion. He's growing on me, dang it. He's really funny.
Is it like the robotic cat in Lightyear?
No, thankfully he doesn't say anything. He's just kind of there.
Well, he grew on us. What was his name? Foot, Spots?
Socks.
Socks. Mittens. Yeah.
No, it's Socks.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of a character in everything is Black Butler to me. It's not freaking Black Butler. It's the other show, Soul Eater. It reminds me of a character from Soul Eater. But I can't pinpoint which one. Either way, I am loving my time with Bayonetta 3. I prefer to play it at night, because it just seems to be a little bit more fitting. But yeah, I'll be back when I finish the game with another like full commentary. But yeah, go pick it up if you want. It's on sale for like $48. I paid full price.
Bump that will be there for KT's full review.
This wasn't the full review?
Well, I haven't beat the game now, have I?
Well, I mean, that's the full review, I think.
Oh, okay.
What if the ending sucks?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
It's gonna suck. It's Bayonetta. I mean,
No, wrong.
9 years to come up with that comeback, okay?
All right. He's done. You're done. You know who's also done? Henry Cavill. He is done playing our beloved Geralt. Sorry. For Witcher. He is coming back, of course, for season 3, but now he will be passing, gosh, if I could speak English, he will be passing the baton to our very own Liam.
Not a baton, he has like a sword.
Okay, he's passing the sword. I'm sorry, my bad. To Liam Hemsworth, all right? He will be playing young Geralt.
Oh, go back to the
I think they're the same age.
Nation.
Are they?
I don't think it's gonna be a prequel. It's just gonna continue.
I thought it
where
said
left
prequel.
Off. No, I think it's gonna continue just where it left off.
I can't remember. I thought I read somewhere that it was a prequel. That he's.
Oh, is it?
I think so. That it's a younger Geralt.
Katie, why don't you vet that then?
I will do it. Let me see.
Anyways, yeah. So while Cavill is gonna jump ship from The Witcher, he's gonna be. We did confirm he will be returning as Superman in his own solo Superman film, Man of Steel 2, or whatever it's gonna get titled. So thankfully, good, and especially since James Gunn is the new head of the DCEU. I'm just really excited for a brand new Superman film. And apparently they've been saying they want to make it like a hopeful Superman, a positive Superman, not the Zack Snyder grim stuff. So I'm really on board, very excited about that.
Okay, so this is coming from CNN. a couple days ago. I'm going to read this really fast. Henry Cavill is putting down his blades and moving on from The Witcher after 3 seasons as the leading man on the Netflix series. The actor confirmed that he will be stepping away from the role on his Instagram on Friday, writing, "My journey as Geralt of Rivia has been filled with both monsters and adventures, and alas, I will be laying down my medallion and my sword for season 4. He went on to share that actor Liam Hemsworth will be taking up the mantle of the heroic blonde-haired character. As with the greatest of literary characters, I pass the torch with reverence for the time spent embodying Geralt and enthusiasm to see Liam's take on this most fascinating and nuanced of men," Cavill wrote.
And on Polygon, it's saying maybe Hemsworth Geralt is the younger version of Geralt, though the actor is only 7 years Cavill's junior. So that is just speculation. So my apologies for saying it was fact. It is just speculation. So I don't know. I'll be looking forward to see what they do. I am hopeful. I'm not upset. I don't think. I just hope that are they going to be concluding the season? Like season 3 will be the end because obviously Henry will not be returning. So I don't know. I'm hoping that they just don't recast it.
No, he's gonna. Cavill's gonna do season 3,
Right.
and then season 4 is gonna be Liam Hemsworth.
But will the storyline end with Cavill, or will it be a completely different storyline with Liam?
It said just simple recasting. They would probably conclude that story and then just continue on with something else.
Yeah.
With what's his name?
Yeah.
I don't like it when they switch actors in the middle of a series, like they did that with Rachel in the Batman, the Dark Knight. That type of thing annoys me, where it's like, okay, we had this Rachel, and then the actress didn't come back, so now we have this Rachel. That type of thing.
Well, what is it? Katie, what's her name? Katie.
Kate
Holmes.
Katie
Holmes had to do Mad Money.
Right, but I don't like it when
that
they
was
do
the
that.
movie she wanted to do instead of doing Dark Knight. You know,
as a fan point of view, it just messes it up.
Yeah, bad career move.
Yeah, for real. It just messes it up. It messes up the flow. You know what I mean? Like, of course, Dark Knight is way better than the first one, but I liked that Rachel better.
So wait a minute. So you're saying that if Downey Jr. did the first Iron Man, and then if it was some other guy in Iron Man 2, you'd be like, well, what the heck, man?
I would be, because he was such a great Iron Man that I'd be like, well, why are you recasting him?
What they did with Falcon. I think it was Falcon.
No, it was War Machine. In the first one, it's Terrence Howard, and then through the final, all the rest of the films, it's Don Cheadle.
It takes out of the flow. It takes you out of the universe. Now I'm like, okay, these are just actors. They are replaceable. Blah, blah, blah. I do not like it.
Be like, Don Cheadle, where's your mustache? You know, you're supposed to have a mustache.
So that's just my take on it. But I am excited. I hope that Liam does a good job. It is hard to see Henry go, but I mean, hey, that means we're getting some more Man of Steel too. So
look out for that, DC Universe.
Yeah, let that man save that company, please.
It means we'll get Amy Adams probably too as Lois Lane. Let's see if they recast that.
I like Amy Adams, but gosh, where's Ezra Miller? Have we heard anything about that yet? Is there any updates?
It's still a go.
Oh
Flash is still a go, I think.
I can't believe that's actually happening.
He went to court for something. And they were like, he was faced with like 30 years in prison.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
But, that was the last I heard, and I think, I don't know if Warner Brothers are like, here's some cash. We really need this movie to get off the ground.
No, they're struggling. I don't know, man. Bump That will be there. I will be there, of course, for Liam Hemsworth, just to see how it's going. Man of Steel, I never saw the first one, so I'll need to watch that one first. That was before I liked superhero films.
Wait a minute. Didn't our mother just say the other day that she thinks that Henry Cavill is like the most manliest man or the sexiest man in the world?
Yes, and she took it back because she was like, at first she was like, I love Henry Cavill. He's so handsome. He seems so down to earth. She watched an episode of The Witcher. She said she's no longer a fan of his.
Why?
It was inappropriate.
Because you see his butt?
Just some other things happened in the show and language and everything. I was like, that's a high fantasy show, Mom. Why would you watch it?
It's like Game of Thrones on Netflix.
Exactly.
You know? What the heck?
I don't know.
Why did you spoil Henry Cavill for her?
I didn't put it on for her. She watched it.
She looked for it?
She
and she's
looked
like,
it up herself.
Yeah, I'm going to get my dose of Henry Cavill. But in The Witcher, there's blood and gore and foul language.
And some
nudes.
inappropriate other things that she was like, that's devil stuff.
Can't have Henry Cavill anymore. Can't have anything nice.
Can't have anything nice. He's such a good guy. So whatever. Speaking of good guys, you know, I'm rooting for Henry. I'm rooting for Liam. I don't know what this one has to do, but you said Hugh Jackman almost had a Benjamin Bratt role in Miss Congeniality. What?
Yeah, so you guys remember the first Miss Congeniality?
Yeah.
It's like
Sure do.
our
I love
mother's
that movie.
favorite movie. Yeah.
You are a dancing queen.
So
that's
yeah,
not
Benjamin Bratt. What?
You're one in a million.
Oh, yeah.
So Benjamin Bratt was the FBI agent that works with Sandra Bullock in the movie. You know,
You think I'm gorgeous. You think I'm sexy. You want to kiss me.
so I guess when they were in pre-production, Hugh Jackman auditioned for the role. And
Really?
his audition was bad, and instead it went to Benny Bratt. You know.
Wait, see, I'm glad because upon rewatching it, I was like, oh my gosh, he really was such a jerk to her. He was so mean.
But he was
He
hot.
was kind of a pig. He was kind of a pig. They were looking at all the other FBI agent ladies on, you know, and their
dresses and their underwear.
bikinis. Yeah. They were like taking bids and, you know, like betting and yeah, it was kind of a locker room setting, you know.
Yeah.
He was so mean to her, saying that she looked like hell and just awful. But hey, it's that early 2000s movie.
Misogyny.
It's that early 2000s movie where it's like, oh my gosh, girlfriend, all you have to do is get a new set of clothes, updo your hair, and put on some makeup, slap some on your face, and you are fresh as a daisy.
Voltaire.
And now
Voltaire
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah, and then
about Voltaire.
Yeah.
and then at the end he's like, yeah, you know, why don't we go on a date and, you know, and talk and whatever, and we just happen to fall into bed. Well, you know, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
She's
my
like,
gosh.
instead of like, excuse me, what the heck?
Screw
You know?
you pig.
Yeah, she's like, we'll see. Oh my God.
You pervert.
Why not? You know, I'm not doing anything. It's a Tuesday. Whatever.
Oh my gosh. Little girls, if you are listening, don't bag a man like that. Punch him in the face.
Girl, know your worth. Know your worth. So that's all for the news? I think
That's it. That was just a little nugget of,
Yeah.
you know,
That's-
what could have been.
That's funny
Yeah.
and random. Why did it bring it up like 20 years later?
Imagine then if it switched. Imagine if it was Hugh Jackman in Miss Congeniality, and then if you had Benjamin Bratt as Wolverine in the Wolverine movies, and he was, you know,
Be a jerk, but he's hot. So, okay. Anyways, so that will conclude the news segment. We are into.
Wait a minute.
What?
This Funko Pop. Can you imagine if this is Benjamin Bratt's face on this Funko Pop of Wolverine?
That Funko
you know
Pop
what?
doesn't have
Yeah.
a face.
I can kind of see it.
It's just hair and a beard and two black eyes. What do you mean?
I can imagine Ben Bratt with like a beard, and I mean he's a buff guy. He was a buff guy. He probably still is a buff guy.
Yeah.
So
No, he's too slender.
but I don't think he's probably very tall. So
I don't know.
Well, neither is Wolverine. He's
Exactly. That's why I'd be like, yeah, I can see it. It can be done.
yeah.
You're in trouble. You're in big trouble. That's what Sandra Bullock says
Yeah,
when he
they
pulls her
take
into
him
the.
to pool.
Yeah. She's like,
Yeah.
ooh, he's gonna kill you. All right. So, yes, that will finally conclude the news segment. We are into the chunk zone.
So chunky.
And so, yeah, the way I sent you this list, it's backwards. If you look at number 1 is actually 25.
Okay, so just flip it.
Yeah, flip it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So Brian has the top 25 horror films according to IGN, and he asked the question, how many have you seen? So we're going to be keeping score, and we might talk a little bit about some of the movies as we go along. So let's start at so it's 25?
Yeah, start at 25.
Okay,
Yep.
So starting with The Shining.
No, Scream.
Oh, Scream. I'm sorry. So, okay, I see it. So starting at 25, Scream. So, have we seen it?
Yes.
No.
No.
You guys haven't seen any of the Scream movies?
Not a single one.
No.
Oh my gosh.
The only thing that comes close is Scary Movie.
I haven't seen that either.
Because it was parroting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. Like, that's as close as it gets.
No, I have not seen it.
Just a disclaimer for you people listening. I do not do horror movies, so I'm gonna do really bad at this. You can
And that's why we are gonna condemn you for
You can.
your
I mean,
foolishness. You need to watch.
Free to do so.
You need to watch some horror films.
No.
More generally, horror films are important, guys. They're part of
They're not. I just
cinema.
They don't appeal to me.
You need to appreciate them.
I do.
I'm gonna-
to me, however.
I'm gonna Jabba you. You will learn to appreciate me.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
That's a horror movie
I was-
talking.
That was
Yeah.
no. That's a little bit about me. I always showed that part to Joanna. I'm like when
Ooh.
Jabba, when Princess Leia is in the slave suit and she's trying to look out the window when they're flying through the sand dunes in Tatooine, and Jabba yanks her chain. And he pulls her up close, like, you will learn to appreciate.
Oh my
me."
gosh.
And I'm like, that's you and me right there. And be like, good, or you will learn to appreciate.
Joanna, blink twice if you need help. That's funny. But no, I have not
Okay.
seen Scream. KT has not seen Scream. Brian, you're the only
I've
one.
seen Scream 1, 2, and 3.
So how
Um,
important is the Scream films to horror?
The first Scream is excellent. It is I really recommend it. It's got your guys' friend Drew Barrymore. She's in it. In the first one.
She's got to be little, right?
No,
she's
she
a
was like
teenager.
When did that movie come out?
maybe like 20 when that came out.
Really?
1995? I want to
Oh.
say like 95, 96.
I thought it was older than that.
No, it's a good one.
She
The
wasn't
first one is
20. Brian, E.T. came out in the 80s, right? There's no way.
1982? 1982. And so she was like
like
6,
5.
7 years old.
Yeah.
So by the time Scream came out in the 90s, yeah, she was in her 20s. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh boy,
Look up-
here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Scream came out in
Is it 97, 98?
96.
Okay.
She looks
How
like
old is Drew Barrymore?
she is she is 47 years old. So 96 is a movie when it came out.
Okay. Math. We're
Guys,
our
bad at math. The three of
we're
us are
we're art
terrible at
kids
math.
here.
Yeah, we all
1996.
She's 47.
Subtract 47.
Is that how you?
1996.
That's not how you do that.
Equals 40. No, wait.
No,
1996.
listen. Okay, 1996. What year is it now? Okay, so that would be 26 years ago. So subtract 26 to 47.
Okay.
So minus 26.
No, the point is she was in her 20s. I just know it.
She was 21. 21.
Yes, in your face.
Brian was about to die on deathbed. I know she was in her 20s. Brian, she was 18. No, she was in her 20s.
She was
Dude,
21
even if she
years
was
old.
18, if you're 18, you're in your 20s. You know.
Yeah, practically. I mean, you're an adult.
What?
Yes! What's wrong with you? Yeah! You're closer to being 22 than you are being, like, 16.
Math.
You're legal! You're 18! You're
Math
in your 20s!
is a wonderful thing. Math is a very cool thing.
On!
Please.
So
please,
get off your
Noah.
act and do some math. Math.
I'm a musician. We don't do math.
I know, I'm an artist and Brian is an actor. Get off my butt. Okay, so that was Scream. Next on 24 is Nosferatu. Have we seen
Yes. Yes.
it? No.
I've seen not the whole thing. I've seen parts of it. Not
Watching the one part on SpongeBob doesn't count.
No,
I've seen that. Nosferatu. So what, Brian, since you have seen the film, what did that do for horror movies?
That's like that was the first depiction of Dracula ever
Uh-huh.
put to film.
Okay.
And the way they do Dracula in that film is much more different than any other iteration that ever came out afterwards.
That was a German film, right?
Yes, directed by F.W. Murnau. It's called an expressionist film. It's silent too. There's no talking, but it's very, very creepy. Dracula's more like a bug, a parasite. And he's
Okay.
like tick, 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 kind of creepy like that. I do recommend it if you ever want to take a shot at silent film. Yeah.
I would like to see that film someday. It interests me.
I think it's open domain, so you can watch it straight off the internet.
Oh,
off of
nice.
YouTube.
It's probably pretty old though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
June
Our-
3rd, 1929.
Wow. All right. 23. The Blair Witch Project. Have
Never
we seen it?
I didn't see it.
I have seen the Blair Thumb,
Yeah. me too.
the Thumb parody by Steve Odenkirk, but I have not seen the Blair Witch Project. And that was one that
No.
Hunter was telling me that is really important. It's not exactly a rewatchable film. This is his words, but it did very interesting things for horror films and the way that it was filmed and directed and stuff like that. So
It's like the found footage kind
right.
of films.
And
I
that
remember
was
back
really
in the
popular,
day,
like on YouTube and stuff, to remake
back
films
in the
like that.
day, it was everybody was talking about that movie. I mean, it was a huge hit. I mean, that movie, I think it made like $100 million. Must have cost like 10 grand to make. You know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Good for them. Okay, so moving on with 22, Dracula, 1931. Have we seen
This
it?
is the Bela Lugosi version.
I have not seen it.
I've seen it all the way once, but it was many years ago.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Do you think it's deserving of being on this list, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely. It's atmospheric. It's Bela Lugosi, one of the creme de la cremes of I was going to say Batman of Dracula. Yeah, it's classic. It's a classic Universal horror film.
Okay. All right. Well, good for them. All right. At number 22, we have 28 Days Later. Oh, wait, no, 21. I'm sorry, right?
No, 28 days.
No. The number.
Oh, yeah.
21?
Yeah.
28 Days Later. Yes, I have seen that film. Brian?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
I have seen that movie just once.
And I have seen it and I don't remember it. So
It's Cillian Murphy as this hospital patient that wakes up from a coma and just found out that the world went crazy. It's set in London, in England, and zombie apocalypse. It's one of those films where zombies aren't like they run and they're scary as heck.
yeah, not
'Cause
like
they're-
lumbering like idiots type of thing.
No, they're chasing you down to
Ugh.
get you.
Yuck. No, thank you. Not a fan. Coming at number 20, we have 20, The Fly. Yes, I have seen The Fly.
Oh, you have?
I studied it in college.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, little
and
sister.
that is a fun movie. I like that
It's
one.
such a fun, the best Jeff Goldblum movie.
Yes,
maybe.
it's so good. Katie, have you seen it?
No.
No.
What, Katie? You would love The Fly. It's David Cronenberg at his best. Jeff Goldblum, Gina Davis is in it, and the guy turns into a fly, and it's creepy and weird and gross.
I liked it a lot. The switching of heads and everything is like, ah! So
yeah,
good film.
Fun movie.
Good film. Okay, coming at 19, An American Werewolf in Paris. I have not seen that. I've never even heard of it, actually.
I've never seen it.
No. Katie.
Me neither.
Well, then let's pass right over it. I mean, gosh, it made it onto this list. It's got to be good, but I've never even heard of it. Coming at number 18, we have Let the Right One In. I have heard of it, but I have not seen it.
I've seen is that the vampire movie about the kids? It's Danish
Yeah.
or something like
So there's two versions of the film. The original version is a Spanish language film.
that?
That's the original version. That's the one that's probably the most popular. Then there was the English version with
It's called Let Me In or something like that.
yeah, I think with Chloe Grace Moretz, and I think Asa Butterfield, one of your guys'.
My boy!
I did see that movie and I really, really liked it.
And now there is a new version of that film on Showtime. And pretty much it's a story about this little girl who's a vampire. And she's friends with a little boy, and she's trying not to eat him.
They just used the same cast from Hugo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is too. It's the same cast from Hugo. Yeah.
Okay, right on.
And,
no, I haven't seen it.
She can't come into the house unless she's invited in by the boy or something like that. And he lives in an abusive household or something like that, and she ends up she ends up like eating the parents or the caretakers or whatever, and then they just go off into the night. That's how it ends. They just go off and
Holy
live life.
cow! Thank you for spoiling.
I mean, go and watch it. It's an old movie.
I need to. Yeah, it's about 10 years old, I think. Maybe more than that.
It's older than that. It's way older.
Oh.
I wonder how scary it actually is. I don't know.
It's not.
It's like a moody, dramatic piece.
Yeah. Think of like a slightly scarier Twilight.
Okay, so not too bad.
Yeah, but also without the cheese.
All right,
Great.
this one, I don't know how to pronounce it. Number 17, Suspiria?
Suspiria.
Suspiria, sorry. Suspiria?
By Dario Argento.
I've never even heard of it. Suspiria. Have you seen it, Brian?
No.
No. Katie, have you seen it?
We're living in Suspiria. Bum, bum, bee-dum, bum, bum, bee-dum.
We love Rihanna here. She
Do
is.
we?
Yeah.
She made the new soundtrack or the new music for Wakanda Forever. So she's back, baby.
I'm not a Rihanna fan. I'm gonna be
Umbrella, Ella, A.
I feel like Rihanna is not a great singer vocally, and
She's not. But dang it,
let
her
the
music's
rain pour.
And maybe prove me wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm mistaken. I feel like a lot of her songs she doesn't write herself either.
I don't know.
All her songs are super overly produced.
No idea. But I like her music. I liked listening to her back in the day. But yeah, no, how did we get back on? How did we get on Rihanna?
We're living in Suspiria.
Oh yeah, that's it. No, so none of us have seen Suspiria. Poor Suspiria. All right, is it 16? Dawn of the Dead?
Yes, there are two versions of this film. One is from George Romero, the godfather of zombie films. And then there's the one that was a remake by Zack Snyder. I've seen both.
I haven't seen either. So what do you think, Brian? Wait, Katie, have you seen them?
No.
Man, we're really not horror film
I
fans.
told you.
So, Brian, what did you think of it?
It's great. It's a lot of fun. It's George Romero, just blood, guts, and brains.
And
baby.
which movie did you prefer better, or which adaptation, whatever?
I mean, the critic would be like, yeah, watch the original, but the Zack Snyder version is a lot of fun too, though.
Okay, that's the thing with like some movie people. They can be like, I don't know, too smart and too big for their britches, where they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a snob and I'm only gonna watch the original. It's like, okay, well, give the other one a chance too. Don't be too high horsey. Get off your high horsey. Okay, next at number, which one is this one? 15?
Yes.
A Nightmare on Elm Street. I have seen it.
Whoa, I've never seen it actually.
I didn't like it. It was scary. Did you watch it, Katie?
No.
That is oh my gosh, I said Jack Sparrow, but no, it is Johnny Depp. Young Johnny Depp, and it is scary. It is like literally my worst nightmare because it has to do with nightmares. So you cannot fall asleep because he will come. What is it?
Freddy?
Yeah, Freddy Krueger will come into your dreams and slash you in your sleep, man, with those freaking claws of his. It's creepy. So they're like trying so hard to stay awake. And it's a teenage type film, where all the teenagers are like, oh, it's no big deal. Like, haha, let's get drunk or let's whatever. And you're watching every teenager kind of die. And like the one is like, no, we can't stay awake. Freddy's gonna get us. And then finally, like the one guy falls asleep in his bed and Freddy pops up and like you just see like these slash marks go across his chest. And it's like, it's scary. I do not like that movie. But it is a horror film. So, I mean, if you like those sort of things, that is a movie for you, man.
I need to see it then. Now I've always wanted to. I don't just never gotten around to it.
It's an 80s. I think it's 80s
or
early 90s or something. So obviously it has the production quality of that film. I watched it when I was in middle school. So, and I still have that.
Ooh, I'm telling Mom.
I was at a friend's house and they were like horror film fanatics. Every time I was over, they were watching horror films. And I'm like, you guys are weird. Where are the Pixar films? They're over at my house.
Oh my God. That reminds me. I don't think it's on this list because I'm not looking at it, but remind me of a scary movie that I saw at a friend's house. I'll mention it at the end.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, that's on the list at the very bottom. What films belong on this list? So
okay, perfect.
I don't know if it belongs on the list, but it was definitely.
If it scares you, then put it on there.
Yeah. So that movie is scary. It is well deserving to be on this list. The Nightmare on Elm Street. Yep, very deserving. And Johnny Depp is hot. So yeah. All right, moving on. Number 14, Poltergeist. I have not seen it.
Never seen it.
No.
Man, what the heck? Man, that sounds like a good film too. I like Poltergeist. Like we all know what
the making of that movie was cursed, actually. People died.
Oh my gosh.
Of the film. Yeah, they said that the production was heck.
Oh my gosh.
Into making that. Yeah. Look it up.
That is scary.
You at home listening, I can't think of anything right now, but it's definitely worth looking up because it's interesting. It's fascinating because they do things like in the movie. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but they summon like the devil, or there's like a pentagram or 666, whatever. It's very satanic, and the production was plagued with curses. People literally died while making this movie.
Oof. Were they accidents? Were they on purpose?
Yeah, it was accidents. But, I mean, they were like freak accidents.
Freak accident like our Rust film, Alec Baldwin.
Okay, we're not going to go there. Let me look at it.
Freak accidents.
Freak.
I always wanted to watch Poltergeist because Steven Spielberg actually produced the film.
Mm.
And never I would bring up, hey, can I watch Poltergeist? Mom would be like, no.
She probably
And let that evil
knew.
into our home, you know.
She probably knew, man, that if there's like pentagrams and crap, you don't mess with that stuff.
Yeah, she didn't like that at all.
No.
Let's see, really quick. Young folk put the series was played by Heather O'Rourke, only 6 years old when the first Poltergeist film was released. O'Rourke captivated audiences as a blonde star. Sadly, however, she was misdiagnosed with Crohn's disease in 1987. The following year, O'Rourke fell ill again, and her symptoms were casually attributed to the flu. A day later, she collapsed and suffered a cardiac arrest.
Good Lord.
After being airlifted to a children's hospital in San Diego, O'Rourke died during an operation to correct a bowel obstruction, and it was later believed that she had suffered from a congenital intestinal abnormality. Dominique Dunn, who played the original sister Dana Freeling, met an equally tragic and unforeseen fate. In 1982, Dunn separated from her partner John Sweeney. In November of that year, he showed up at Dunn's house pleading for her to take him back. When she refused, Sweeney grabbed Dunn's neck, choked her until she was unconscious, and left her
Goodness.
to die in Hollywood Home's driveway. Sweeney was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison, but was released after 3 years and 7 months. One more. The other two cast member deaths, while unfortunate, were not as unpredictable or mysterious. The evil preacher Kane from Poltergeist 2 was played by Julian Beck. In 1983, Beck had been diagnosed with stomach cancer, which took his life soon after he finished work on the second installment of the series. The same film was met with further tragedy after Will Sampson, who played Taylor, the Native American shaman, died after undergoing a heart-lung transplant, which had a very slim survival rate. Cast deaths were not the only agents of the curse's proliferation, as other peculiar and creepy legends surround the film franchise. And it just keeps going on. Yeah, look it up if you want to. There are lots of other things that happened while making this film.
Goodness gracious. Well,
I knew that much.
yeah, well, good for you. Next on the list is, what number is this? 13?
Yes.
The Thing. I have seen this movie.
Ileana, I am so proud of you. You're seeing movies that I've never even seen, bro.
Thank you, big brother. I actually watched it last week for the first time. And mostly because Hunter and I wanted to watch it, definitely. He was like, it's a good film. I'm like, okay, I like good films. Also, the real reason I wanted to watch it was because we studied it in my visual effects class in college, and it looked so good, okay? Talking about practical effects, they are my favorite. I like CGI for what it is, but if you can do practical effects, it just looks so much cooler, and I think you're a cooler person as a director, producer, whatever, if you use practical effects, and they did. It's scary though, man. This is where you get stuff like Among Us, a new video game that, you know, everybody loved, everybody and their grandmother was playing. Same concept. You've got a monster, an alien. I can't remember who it was. It was like the Swedes or something had opened it up, and now it's infecting people. But you don't know who it's infecting because everybody seems so normal. So everybody's like, you're changing, or you're acting weird. So everyone's accusatory. Where were you? Or where were you at? I haven't seen you guys in a while. And the monster does some gnarly stuff, man. Oh my gosh, we were watching it, and we have a husky. And if you've seen the film, you know that the husky is the first one to change. And it, when it changed, man, I screamed. My skin crawled because its face literally opened up. And I think that's where the creators of Stranger Things got the idea for the Demogorgon. So I'm like, go The Thing. You are very much deserving on this list. And I think actually a little bit closer to the top, if I do say so. So, The Thing. Go watch it. Great film.
Yeah, I need to see that.
And that's Kurt Russell. So,
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, go watch that one. It's so good, man. Oh, man. I did like that one. Okay, number 12. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I have not
Yes.
seen this.
Seen it.
I don't do that type of stuff. I don't like those types of movies.
No.
It's like it's
I'm
a movie
surprised you
about-
haven't seen it, Katie.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised as well. It seems like it's one of those that I would check out.
Yeah.
but I just haven't gotten around to it.
Huh.
It's kind of like a freak show movie.
Mhm.
These teenagers are just driving in the middle of nowhere, and they meet these rednecks, and some of the rednecks are just this weird cast of grotesque
Ugh.
freaks, and I'm trying to be freaks like oh, handicapped people are freaks, but like just people that are just incest and just
Freak show
and-
freaks.
yeah, wearing skin and Leatherface.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's a fun slasher scary movie.
I don't
It's
like those
good.
types of films. I didn't even like watching Nightmare on Elm Street because that was similar to that. But I think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is worse because isn't that a true story?
It is.
Probably like the
It
legend. Is it?
No, like it is based off a true story. Based.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
loosely.
There's. I mean,
But yeah, it
it's,
actually happened.
it's probably like an
at some
axe
point.
murderer or something. Like an axe. Well, what if we turn it into a chainsaw?
Chainsaw.
Yeah, it says
Crazy. That's
The good
crazy
news is that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is technically fictional. The bad news is that it was based off of some what is it? A real life murderer. So, yay. That's great. Then it's a group of friends who are preyed on by a family of cannibals in the middle of nowhere. The notable member of the cannibalistic fam is a Leatherface, whose preferred method of killing is with a chainsaw. So,
And honestly, there's only like maybe 2 people in the whole film that get killed by the chainsaw.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, it's
So the movie was marked as being a true story, but it's more accurate to say that it was inspired by real life crimes of Wisconsin-based murderer and body snatcher Ed Gein, otherwise known as the Butcher of Plainfield. Gein was known for exhuming corpses from graveyards and making mementos with their bones and skin, which clearly served as inspiration of the scene. Yeah, so he was
oh yeah, yummy.
found
yummy,
guilty
yummy.
in 1968. So that was a long time ago. But yeah, I have not seen it. I don't really want to see it. I'm not a fan of those types of things. But moving on. Is this 11 this time? I'm trying to keep track.
Let me see. It's we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh wait, the other way around.
Yeah.
So this is 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Yeah.
11, Rosemary's Baby. Never even heard of it. What is it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
How is it?
It's actually a very spooky movie. It came out a long time ago in the 60s. It's pretty much about this innocent young woman who gets married. She meets these people in her apartment. They're kind of weird, but she doesn't realize that they're actually part of a cult, and they're trying to use her
Ew.
to be the mother of the Antichrist.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's and it ends up being really spooky, really scary.
Ew.
It's and then at the end she gives birth to the son of Satan to bring about the end of the world.
His name is like Mammon or something like that. Mammon,
No,
the son
No,
of Satan.
no,
That's
no.
his name. Something like
Isn't it
that.
Damien?
I thought it was.
No, that's the Omen. That's the Omen.
Oh.
They came out in the 70s. But yeah, at the end, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like, what? This is evil. This is the bringer of the doom of the earth. And at the end, she takes care of the baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a very spooky movie directed by Roman Polanski.
Yeah. Maybe because I just watched what was it called? Constantine? Maybe I'm thinking that's its actual name, but maybe it was just in the comic book.
No, that's just Mammon is like the name of one of the gods that the people in Canaan worshipped.
Gotcha. So that's what they
Yeah.
named him, I guess, in the comic.
Yeah.
All right, we're at number 10, top 10 for IGN. So let's see. Night of the Living Dead. Have not seen it.
Yes, I've seen it.
No.
What is it about, Brian? Is it worthy of being top 10?
Yeah, I don't think it's aged well enough. It's the very first official vampire film, black and white by George Romero. And it probably hasn't aged as well up to this point. So I wouldn't put it in my personal top 10. But I mean, it's scary. Pretty much the heroes end up like at a farmhouse. And the zombies are coming in, but these are slow, like the original zombies that are slow. Right. But there's so many of them that they find a way to get through.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't like that. But, I mean, if it's an older one, it might be not too bad. Scary-wise. Unlike what sounds like this one at number 9, Evil Dead 2. So not the first one, the second one. I wonder why that one is supposedly scarier because I have not seen it. Has anybody else?
No.
No.
Have you seen the first one?
No.
No. Katie?
No.
All right. Well, sorry, Evil Dead 2. You are not on our list or on our radar at all. Coming at number 8 is Silence of the Lambs. I have not seen it, but I do know the title. I will not watch it.
I have seen that one.
Brian, have you seen it?
Yay.
Yes, this is one of my favorite films of all time. I love it.
Both of you can talk a little bit about it. What is your experience with it? Is it deserving of number 8?
I think it should be higher.
I don't see Silence of the Lambs personally as a horror film. I think of it as a very, really good mystery thriller. I wouldn't put it as like a Halloween horror film. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's an excellent film, and it's got a lot of scares.
That's how I kind of feel about The Thing. I wouldn't say it's like a horror film. It's more like a thriller as well. Whodunit or something like that.
Psychological thriller, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's some of the best. Jodie Foster's performance as Clarice Starling is amazing. Sir Anthony Hopkins is great as Dr. Hannibal Lecter. I mean, it's great.
What is the film about?
There's this serial killer going around snatching up women and doing things to them, and he leaves a trail of clues. And then Jodie Foster is an FBI trainee, but she's sent to go visit Dr. Hannibal Lecter, Hannibal the Cannibal, who's in prison, as he may have some insight as to some of the clues that this serial killer is leaving, since he himself is a serial killer who had a certain modus operandi of how he dealt with his victims.
That's giving me some more Stranger Things season 4 vibes.
Yeah, yes. A lot of the stuff.
The
yes, a lot of that season 4 Stranger Things is straight out of even going up to the insane asylum and all that. That's straight.
Let's go talk to the source.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, check that out. Number 6. We have all seen this. I know it. Jaws. We've all seen it. Brian, you love this film.
Yeah, again, I wouldn't put it as a horror film. It's a great summer thriller.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's one of the greatest films of all time.
I love that camera zoom in, the dolly shot of the main guy on the beach when he sees the shark or something.
Martin Brody,
just that
played by Roy Schneider.
Schneider?
When he sees the kid get eaten, just a big
and the
explosion
zoom,
of blood.
But the background like goes in, like, the background goes out, but he comes in, and it's like such an interesting shot.
Yeah.
I love that. Scary movie. I remember when we took that trip to the cabin and you guys decided to watch it on the TV. I was like 7 or 8 years old, and I had to sleep in the room by myself upstairs. I was like, I'm so scared. of sharks in the mountains.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's not, I would say it is a horror film because it is such a thriller. And if you're scared of that kind of stuff and like the music, the anticipation, the blood, I mean, goodness gracious, if you are scared of sharks, you would be afraid of this movie. That is horror.
Okay, but this weekend to celebrate Halloween, Joanna and I watched The Meg, which is not scary. It's so...
Is it supposed to be?
It's entertaining. Yeah, it's supposed to be a B-rated horror film, but it's more entertaining and funny than it is scary.
I went to a restaurant. I went to a Mexican restaurant, and The Meg was playing on the TV. So, I mean...
Oh my god.
Can't be too bad. Okay, coming at, what is this, number 5? Alien. Wait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. This is number 6, right?
Yes.
Alien? Yeah, number 6 is Alien. Sorry. I have not seen Alien, but I have studied it.
I love Alien.
I want to watch it so bad. Now, this
It's
is
great.
This is the one with Sigourney Weaver, correct?
Well, they all do have Sigourney Weaver.
But it's not Alien.
Alien 1 has Sigourney Weaver. Aliens has Sigourney Weaver. Aliens 3 has Sigourney Weaver. And Alien Resurrection has Sigourney Weaver.
This is the one where the stomach thing pops out. It's like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so
Fun
good.
fact
Wait,
about that scene is that
You never
the
seen
actor-
Alien?
Who?
You.
I've seen Alien.
Okay, good.
I was saying, fun fact about that scene is that the actors didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yes. So that
Yeah,
was a
that's
true
awesome.
reaction.
Oh, I love that, man.
And the blood,
I did
and they were
not know
like,
that.
"Ah!" You know, oh man. So I actually studied that in college as well. Effects class, you know, we were talking about effects. And so they had, you know, the little blood burster or the stomach burster, whatever it's called. And they have that white room that they're in. They're in the spaceship, for goodness sake. Everything is stark white in contrast. And then you just have like him like shaking and like being uncomfortable, and like he throws himself on the table, and then just blood bursts out of this man, and the little thing is looking around, and their expressions are so good. That is good movie making right there. I love it.
Ridley Scott. Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, that's good. Okay, so that was number 6. All right, top 5 right here. The Bride of Frankenstein. I have not seen it.
Never seen it.
I feel like that's one of those things that they would show on Turner Classic Movies every year, and
Yeah.
Yeah. And you might have like caught a glimpse of it, but never sat down to watch it.
I mean, it's on this list, but I mean, I've seen the original Frankenstein, and I mean, I've never seen Bride, but I feel like the original Frankenstein has to be better than Bride of Frankenstein.
Right. And that's not even on the list. So
Yeah.
spoiler alert. No, I have not seen it. I don't know. That's interesting. Bride. It's like Chucky 2 or something where they have like Chucky's wife. You know, that's what it sounds
Exactly.
like.
Yeah.
All right. Now I think this one is also deserving. I have not seen it, but I've seen bits and pieces and clips and everything. Coming at number 4 is Halloween.
Yeah, I never seen it.
It was on TV and I really wanted to watch it, but we watched The Mummy instead.
There's like so many. I mean, there's like 20 Halloween movies now.
Yeah, Hunter just went over the lore for me about all of it and how it was like, okay, there's Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, 4, and 5. But then they were like, oh, actually, we're going to forget that happened. Go back to Halloween 2. We're going to branch off and go down and make Halloween 2 or like 3 based off of the second movie. Ignore that 3, 4, and 5 happened. And then make Halloween 4 after 3. And then there's like a whole different one that Rob Zombie made where it's Halloween 1 and 2 that have nothing to do with the other Halloween movies. And then you go back to Halloween 1, the original, and then you branch off all the way down, forget the other sequels that came out, and now you have the Halloween 2018 version with Jamie Lee Curtis, and then the 2 that come after that, which is now Halloween Ends or something.
Yes.
So that is a timeline, and it's a mess.
Rumor has it that after Halloween ends, there's actually one more, and it's called Halloween Trick or Treat.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was about to say that's stupid.
God, that's the worst.
Tricks only, no treats.
Trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat. No, it's a classic. I haven't seen it, but you know. All right, coming at number 3 is Psycho. I haven't seen it.
Seen it.
I haven't. That's the one where the guy like she's in the shower.
Yes.
Bates Motel. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's good, and it certainly has a place in cinema history. I don't know
Don't know what.
if it's deserving of being this high.
You know, Psycho is one of the few films that I give a perfect A+ to. I
Wow.
think it is one of the most incredible movies ever made. It's pure entertainment. Again, I don't know if it's a horror film. I wouldn't put it in horror.
Exactly,
I put it in the thriller section again.
I think that's where the lines blur a lot and get a little fuzzy and confusing. Is that
because the next two, the final two on this list, I would absolutely 100% put as horror films.
Right.
But Psycho, not quite. I put Psycho in with Silence of the Lambs all the way.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
All right, moving on. Number 2. We're at the last 2 films. The Exorcist. No, I don't do that type of stuff. I don't do demons in films. I barely sat through Constantine. Luckily, it was boring, so I could, sit through most of it.
That's weak. Constantine, that's like a kid's movie.
No, there were some scary scenes.
Dude, Exorcist is top 5 all-time scariest, so maybe even top 3. It is horrifying.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I don't do that.
No.
I'm not messing with that.
I watched it by myself in college.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you can't help but it's sinister.
That is scary.
It's something else, man.
Oh my gosh, I'm just looking at the images. No, thank you. I can't. I'm going to have nightmares now. Gosh darn it. It.
But on a production level, they do some amazing work in creating this atmosphere of evil.
Yeah.
And it's an excellent film.
It's so I don't know, worldwide, so iconic that whenever those like videos would go around on YouTube where you have to like look really hard, you're like, what? I don't see it, and you get the jump scare, and it would be the little girl from The Exorcist with like all the cuts in her face and everything, and it had that scream and stuff. Not okay. Nope. Not right.
Katie, you didn't see that?
No, it's on my list. Honestly, it may be a little too much for me.
Nope.
It's terrifying. I thought it's something you would have seen at like the shelter or something.
Right, or in the basement of Nick's or something.
Oh no, but we're getting to the basement of Nick's. I'm gonna mention that briefly.
Cause oh my gosh, I can see it still in my. It burned an image in my brain. I just barely Googled the images.
If you don't know the story of what happened in the basement of Nick's, that's what it's called. I will tell you at the end.
All right, and our number 1 for IGN is The Shining. Never seen it.
Seen it. I don't think it should be I feel like Exorcist should be number 1 compared to The Shining.
Do you think The Shining is still worthy of number 2 though?
But in fact, I feel though that there's other films that should be on this, which we can get to later, but that should be on this list that are. But The Shining should be like way down in the 20s.
Okay. So you're not even putting it at number 2.
Yeah, no way. Absolutely not. It's good. Jack Nicholson is great. What's her name? Duvall lady is good. But it's not that scary. It's got a good atmosphere, but it's just not.
Not as scary as the other ones that are actually horror.
No. I mean, I could throw you like 3-4 films right now that are absolutely terrifying. And
Well, then let's go ahead and jump into that. Katie, did you see The Shining?
Again, that's a movie that I've seen bits and pieces of.
Okay. So then let's jump in real fast and do films that you think should have deserved a spot on this list. So go ahead.
I'll start because I'm just gonna rattle them off really quick. So I mentioned something that I saw at a friend's house when I was in 10th grade. I didn't know what this was. This movie was brand new. This in like movie franchise was brand new. This was the first one. And I was like, oh my gosh. I thought we were watching something else. Saw.
Oh,
Terrifying.
yeah.
Absolutely
first one?
terrifying. Yeah. No. As a 10th grade girl, no freaking way. No. Because there had not been anything like that.
One
and
up.
no,
that-
you're
yeah.
right. Yeah, that was the first of its kind. Yeah.
Yeah, and along with it, and these I would put low on the list, not anywhere near the top or anything. Final Destination, absolutely terrifying. Taking everyday things and making them murderous.
No, thank you.
Just ordinary.
I've only seen
situations.
like the second and third one. I never
thank
saw
you.
the first one.
Oh no. You can't get behind a log truck anymore, man.
See, that's the second one though.
I know, but okay. Household appliances in the first one. Nope. Anyway, Final Destination, the Amityville Horror was pretty scary too. But again, low tier. That scared me. Paranormal Activity. This is where it goes.
I'm
into-
surprised I didn't make it.
Yes. That was on my list. That was on.
This is the situation that I found myself in college. I started out in college in ROTC, and I lived in a barracks, and it had a freaky basement with a furnace and everything, and it was like that whole building was haunted, and there were rats. My buddy caught a rat that was literally humongous,
Like a
Anyway,
football.
Yeah, it was disgusting. Anyway, so that place was awful. So in the basement of Nick's on Halloween night, they
Nope.
decided, hey, we're gonna watch Paranormal Activity. And I didn't know what it was. I had never heard of it. And I just saw that it was like it's a found footage film. So I didn't know what it was. I thought it was real. Because I'm a dummy head, remember? And so I was like, what the freak is going on? What the heck is going on? And I had to walk home that night. I lived a mile
Oh,
from home.
no.
I lived a mile from home, and as I was walking home, I was like, "Oh my freaking god!" But luckily, Spencer, he gave me a ride. My buddy Spencer, he gave me a ride, and then I was in my house all alone
Nope.
that night, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh my
That is
gosh,
such a
man.
bad idea.
So good, dude.
Oh my gosh. And the last one, I haven't seen it, but I'm surprised it's not on this list. Is It?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, why is that one not on there? That's
It's
supposed to be
it's
freaky.
good. It's entertaining, but yeah.
But you see,
Scary.
To me, that's more of a horror film than a lot of the other films.
Yeah, that are more thriller.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'd agree with that though. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are my decisions.
I have just a couple. Jeepers Creepers. Horrifying.
Ooh, good one.
That's actually
Scary.
a pretty decent one.
That
Yeah.
is so scary when they sew
That's
the
what
bodies together.
With Justin Long?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Okay.
He sewed the bodies together. He stole their eyeballs. Ew. Ugh. I watched that one when I was in middle school too. I was like,
I remember I played hooky from school to watch that at a friend's house.
whoa.
Whoa.
Mom, don't watch this episode. Oh man, I just had another one and I lost it. Crap. Brian, do yours and maybe I'll remember it.
Okay, I have a few too. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Underrated film, excellent. Even if you're not into horror films, this is an excellent dramatic legal film that kind of goes into, about this girl who was possessed by demons or whatever, and
It's
her
always the demons, man.
and her priest. Yeah, demons are the worst.
No,
Her
thank you.
priest is prosecuted for negligent care of her, and it's I really recommend it. It's an amazing film. It's so good.
I remembered
a
one
few-
of them. The Ring.
The Ring, yeah, nah,
It's not scary. It always sounded like it was scary. A girl crawling through the TV.
No, I was. It was hyped.
Yeah,
It
that
was
like the
so
scariest moment
hyped,
of it,
bro.
and then it was
Oh
hyped.
my gosh,
But it is
man.
a good movie. It's a very good movie.
Okay.
Okay, the one that I would put this in the top 10 of the, I saw this late at night in a movie theater with about 20 other people, all strangers, and we'd never met ever. Just a bunch of people coming to see a scary movie called Hereditary. And
Dude, I was just thinking about that one.
and I've never connected with other people, strangers in a movie theater that way, where we're all separated, but we all feel that tension and that level of fear around us, where we're all
Tense.
Everyone is combined in a state of horror and fear, and that movie is amazing, absolutely astounding. It should be a top 5 horror film. It is one of the greatest of all time. Midsummer would have to go up there too.
I was shocked that The Conjuring isn't on there.
I didn't see that.
I hear that one is terrifying, like right up there with The Exorcist. Probably scarier is what I've heard.
You know what? I'm surprised you didn't pick Ileana Brian real quick. Signs.
You know, I literally just thought about it.
Great. Signs is good.
I just thought about that when I was like, War of the Worlds, Signs. Those were my horror films when I was a child. Like, no, thank you.
And then my last one. It's a scary film. It's more like jump scares. It's a lot of fun. It's Drag Me to Hell. It's a lot. It's actually a very fun, scary movie.
But I haven't seen it.
I am gonna need a stuffed animal. I'm gonna need my Bible when I go to bed tonight. I'm scared. Say your prayers, dudes, because my goodness, just because I looked up that picture of The Exorcist, it's literally burned into my skull now.
See, and that's, I don't know. I haven't seen that movie since like 2009, but
don't you dare look up those images, man. Don't do it.
Because
it's gonna burn your brain now.
It'll like be on the computer, and my kids will walk by and be like, "What's that?" And then they'd be terrified. And
yeah, no, that was scary.
Again.
That is scary. Not okay. Not okay. Nope. But that is the IGN top 25 horror movies and our list of horror movies. So, do you agree with IGN? Do you agree with us? Should we have seen some of the more horror-like instead of thriller films on IGN's list? So let us know down in the comments below, what are some of the horror movies that we didn't mention or IGN mentioned that you think should be on the list? Let us know. Also, once again, a huge congratulations to Will for winning our giveaway. Woo-woo! Yeah, Will! All right. We've got Brian in this corner.
Red rum, red rum, red rum.
We've got KT in this corner. That was the one thing that scared us when we were kids, is Bloody Mary doing that in the... Oh! I just got another one of my scary movies. Urban Legends, starring Jared Leto. Scary film. Scary film. Scary! Okay. Anyways. And I'm your host, Ileana. We are signing off on yet another episode of, I almost said Halloween, of Bump That. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you are not too terrified, and we will see you guys in next week's episode. Bye-bye!